Data entry, process documents, beginner-friendly, laptop provided, and possibly hiring in California. That's what we have in store for you today. Some great work-from-home jobs that don't require much experience and most don't need a degree. So let's first go into the data entry opportunities. I have two of them I want to share with you, and they both come to us from the company Anywhere Real Estate. Apparently, they're one of the largest residential real estate service providers in the United States, and they've been around since 2006. And the first job I'm sharing is for an escrow specialist closer. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. And what you're going to do is a whole bunch of data entry. You do data entry of all transaction details into the proprietary system, as well as calculate, enter, and validate closing fees and data. And those things include recording fees, mortgage tax, payoffs, HOAs, property taxes, title premiums, and lender fees. You'll also disperse transaction funds from the proprietary systems in accordance with client instructions, and those things consist of earnest money refunds, security deposit refunds, recording fees, mortgage tax payoff, HOAs, property taxes, and proceeds. You'll coordinate the scheduling of closings, prepare closing document and required closing documentation, balance closing disclosure with lender if applicable, while using daily reports to manage closing dates and provide client status of transactions. You'll field questions and resolve issues in a service-oriented and timely manner, and verify paperwork is accurate and title updates have been completed, as well as title conditions have been cleared. So for this job, you need all your typical soft skills you need for just about every job. Now, even though this job is very data entry heavy and you'll process a lot of documents, they do want you to come with some experience processing escrow transactions or 1-year experience closing escrow transactions. You're also comfortable using Microsoft Office products, and you can handle multiple tasks while managing a full pipeline of loans in a fast-paced, high-volume work environment. And it looks like you'll work either 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday Eastern Time Zone hours, but you don't have to live in the Eastern Time Zone. Just translate your local hours to those hours, and mandatory overtime is required, as well as Saturdays if needed. And they want you to be flexible with your shift as the client dictates. And when it comes to the salary at the bottom of the job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $25.64 up to $30.77 per hour. So if that job I just spoke about asks for too much experience, here's one that doesn't require a whole lot of related experience, and this one too is very data entry heavy. Anywhere Real Estate has another opening. This one is for a temp transaction processor. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. No location restrictions. And this one will give you a laptop and other technology equipment. All you need is a distraction-free workspace and a pretty decent internet connection. And you know what? I have a feeling the job I just spoke about will also give you a laptop and all the equipment you need, but you'll have to confirm that with them because they did not specify that on the job description. They're not telling us what your schedule will be, but they do want you to be available to work overtime as needed, especially at the end of the month and during peak season. And they do want you to be able to work holidays when business need requires, and they tell us additional compensation will be provided. So in this job, you'll review and upload documentation for proper recording and placement in the system. You'll manage the intake and organization of new transactions in the operating system, complete change or correction requests from the branch offices in a timely manner based on set expectations, while meeting and or exceeding metric expectations. So yep, a whole lot of data entry in this position. They'd like you to have an associate's degree or equivalent work experience. A bachelor's degree is a plus. So if you do not have a degree, they do want you to come with some related experience, which would be in the real estate or mortgage industry. They tell us it's a plus you have experience in real estate mortgage industry, but if you don't have a degree, try to come with that experience. You're comfortable using Microsoft Office products, and you're able to provide internal and external customer service. And as far as the salary, as we scroll down a little bit, down here they tell us they'll pay you $21 per hour. So I have one more really good opportunity with Anywhere Real Estate. This one is for an escrow processor. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. No location restrictions. So this job is all about processing documents connected with the initiation of closing of escrows, relieving branches of high-volume paperwork. You'll also communicate information and instructions to escrow branches. So, yep, you'll maintain an ongoing daily task list with no overdue tasks. So that means you need to get your work done on time and on schedule. You do backroom operations to support branches for preparation of closing, to include reviewing commitment and preliminary and seller and buyer information forms, to order tax certificates, HOA certificates and statements, surveys, payoff statements, lien releases, and any other workflow dashboard items assigned. You'll evaluate and review real estate contracts and all supporting documents, and request and or follow-up coordination on payoffs, homeowners association demands. You'll verify tax information, as well as gather information related to any other title liens and or documents required prior to close. So yeah, processing documents, doing a whole lot of supporting of branch operations to prepare for closing. So you'd be a great fit for this job if you have some experience in the closing, title, or real estate industry, and you have excellent computer skills. And they tell us on this job description they'll pay you anywhere from $24.04 up to $28.36 per hour. So here's a very beginner-friendly work-from-home job. It comes to us from Freedom Mortgage. They were founded in 1990, and they specialize entirely in residential real estate financing and loan servicing. They're looking for a special loans administrator. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. I did not come across any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. So you'll be responsible for administrating the daily functions of the special loans portfolio, including but not limited to Service Member Civil Relief Act, adjustable rate mortgages, buy-downs, balloons, and partial release loans in accordance with federal, state, investor, and company guidelines. So that means you'll review and process requests for SCRA initial and continued eligibility, review and validate ARM data, and servicing platform for accuracy to ensure loans adjust timely. You'll complete daily, weekly, and monthly ARM indexes, updates, and validate and verify on the servicing platform, review initial requests for partial releases, act as a liaison between the customer and internal counsel for required documents until a final decision has been rendered. You'll also ensure the buy-down agreement and or the balloon note matches the setup on the servicing platform, perform loan-level maintenance as needed on all special loan functions, while providing exceptional customer service to both internal and external customers. So you must maintain regular and punctual attendance for this position. And they'd like you to have some college or an associate's degree or equivalent from a 2-year college or technical school, or 6 months to 1 year related experience and or training, or equivalent combination of education and experience. So a degree really is not required for this position as long as you have a little bit of experience. They'd like you to have 6 months to 1 year performing similar work and acquiring the skills and knowledge to qualify for this position. Mortgage servicing experience or loan processing post-closing experience is preferred. Knowledge of Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, and Outlook also required. You can read and interpret documents. You have basic math skills, as well as reasoning ability and independent judgment and problem-solving skills. Now, they tell us some contact with others, including the general public, will be a part of this position, and that is to provide explanation or interpretation of information. So it goes without saying you need some pretty decent customer service skills. And I'm going to scroll around to see if they tell us how much they pay. Let's go back up to the top of the job description to see if they list the salary. Nope, I don't see the salary indicated anywhere on this job description. So I did a little bit of research. I checked out Google's AI overview, which gathers information from a variety of sources, and it looks like Freedom Mortgage has paid special loans administrators anywhere from $50,000 to $75,000 per year. I can't guarantee that's how much you'll make in this job. You'll have to work out your salary with them. Our last work-from-home job, I'm assuming they're hiring in the state of California because you do need to be able to work Pacific time zone hours. This job comes to us from InfoTrack. They provide cloud-based software as a service workflow solutions to law firms. They were founded in 2000 and they're based out of Australia. The job they have open right now is for a client experience specialist. This job is full-time remote based in Pacific time zone. The hours you'll work are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time zone hours. And because this is a Pacific time zone based position, I have a feeling they are hiring in California, but you'll have to confirm that with them when you go through the application process. So it looks like in this job, you're going to be assisting clients get up and running on the One Legal platform. You'll lead clients through the One Legal platform to complete tasks, maintain accurate client records in Salesforce, so you need to be comfortable using Salesforce, solve problems efficiently, ensuring high quality client experience while representing the client's voice to influence product improvements. You'll also seek solutions to enhance the employee experience and celebrate team success while collaborating with your manager to meet corporate goals. So you need to be able to embrace new technology to improve service and efficiency, address productivity issues with your team, and suggest improvements. You'll also assist in onboarding new team members, focus on de-escalation to minimize client delays, while following all policies and procedures and participating in discussions to ensure consistent practices and communication. So you'd be a great fit for this job if you have some customer support experience with a preference for call center experience, and you're comfortable working with CRM systems. Salesforce experience is preferred, but it's not required, and experience in SaaS, especially in legal services, is a plus. You're comfortable doing telephone customer support. Dial pad experience is preferred, and they also prefer, but they don't require, they prefer you have a little bit of experience in legal litigation support and you have a high school diploma. Advanced studies or equivalent work experience is valued. And as far as the compensation on the job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $20 to $27 per hour. So that does it for this one. In fact, we just went over a nice little selection of work from home jobs. Some of them are data entry, some of them are beginner friendly, and it looks like at least one of them is hiring in California. Hopefully one of them works out for you. And if you're looking for a pretty decent paying work from home job that does not require a degree, you can find one in this video right here. So thank you so much for visiting. I truly appreciate your support, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.